She had spiritual backing. She has sent all Mohbad's friends away. The only friend that she was unable to send away was Prime Boy. All Mohbad's friends, all of them were sent away. The only one she could not send away was Prime Boy. I knew she must have tried so many antics to send Prime Boy away. But she could not do it. She could not get it done. So Wunmi isolated Mubad. Yeah, Mubad was nowhere to be found. Yeah, Mubad was nowhere to be found anyway. That was not part of Mubad's life. She was not part of Mubad's life. Please, can you help us to power tap, please? Gladiators and generals, tap, so that the visibility of the life can increase. Tap on your screen. We will soon get to the DNA side, though. And you know that is when they will plan to bring the life down. When they hear about the DNA, they will always want to bring the life down. So let us power tap in advance. Please, kindly continue to tap. Thank you. God bless you. So that was what Wunmi did. He sent everybody away, and Mubad was just there, Onikan. She even almost turned Mubad's back to his dad. Because at the point, producer Alaba said he decided to just leave them alone. Though anytime they fought, they will call him and he will go there to settle it within them. Do you understand? But thank you very much, Gladiator Lara. But he did not want to get too deep into their affairs. Because you know how ladies behave to their in-laws. They must have shown the father red light. Wunmi must have shown him red light and everything to show him that please don't interfere into our family. Go and stay on your own. And I wouldn't blame Baba for giving them breathing space. Because the man also has got principles. And the man is not lazy. And he did not want to break down the neck of his son. Neither did he want the marriage or the cohabitation between his son and Wunmi to be broken down as a result of his own actions. And he saw Mubad like, okay, Mubad had done introduction, has done engagement, and he could live on his own. So Wunmi had a free day with Mubad. Not only Wunmi and Yatunde. People confirmed that Yatunde turned Mubad's house to her second home. Living there all weekends, eating, drinking, and spending Mubad's hard-earned money. But Mubad's father was actually neglected in my home contest. It might not be true. But Mubad's father, not even his siblings, were taken care of properly. It was Wunmi that was using all Mubad's money to cater for our own family. Because these were the people that planned the whole game. And like people will say, the king was not the only side hustle that Wunmi was having. Wunmi was having side hustles with younger men, younger guys, and with big daddies. One of the big daddies was the king. You are witness to the video that is trending, where Wunmi was performing her daily duties, was performing in the line of duty, doing serious task on a man and showing her breast in the process. So Wunmi is a professional hustler, professional prostitute, Oloshonla. But when it comes to the issue of Liam's pregnancy, Iya Wunmi, Iya Tunde, they had both prepared Wunmi for the task ahead. They knew Wunmi was sleeping around, but they must have told Wunmi that do not be interested in donuts whenever you have goats lying on the floor around you. So all those young men and other men having sexual intercourse with Wunmi, Wunmi was doing it to collect money, but Wunmi was not ready to get pregnant for them. Wunmi was targeting the big fish. And I believe the plan to conceive Liam was now coined the day Naira Marley the day Sam Larry gave Wunmi as a side hustle to the king. The day Naira Marley introduced Wunmi to the king, in my own belief, was the day the plan to conceive Liam started. So Wunmi saw the king, and Wunmi saw the king as a pinnacle. Wunmi saw the king as a performer. Wunmi saw the king as someone to make our dream come to reality. Don't forget, Iya Tunde and Iya Wunmi must have prepared the mind of Wunmi that always go for the bigger fish. Don't settle. I mean Sam Larry. Sam Larry gave Wunmi to Elegushi. Don't settle for the lower fish. Always go for the bigger fish. So Wunmi meeting Elegushi saw him as a bigger fish. And that was the day to conceive for Elegushi started. Don't forget, Wunmi has been effing around for so many years. Wunmi, look at Wunmi's tummy. Look at that tummy. You can see how rough that tummy was. Wunmi must have been pregnant for so many people in the past, but must have aborted it. Proudly aborted it. Because they were not her target. We must have been fucking a lot of young men, but we must have been aborting the pregnancy because Wunmi will not want to give birth to a child that was fathered by somebody lower than Mubad in all standard. Wunmi was targeting high up there. Wunmi was targeting the senators, targeting the governors, targeting politicians. But luck smiled on Wunmi when Elegushi was introduced to her. And the plan to now get pregnant started. I remember during one of the submission of Gladiator Yabo Yeride, she confirmed that Elegushi told her that it was once that she slept with Wunmi. But this was the man that made a release, newspaper publication, if I was right, that he had never seen Wunmi before in his whole life. And this is also a man that Wunmi also said emphatically that she had never met Elegushi in her whole life. But Elegushi confirmed and confessed that she only slept with me once. If you can lie once, you can lie again. And having said that, doing comparative analysis, you and I cannot agree that Wunmi at a point became regular Olosho for Elegushi. But what baffles me till today was why Elegushi will be sleeping with a professional prostitute without a condom. That is one thing that I cannot comprehend. Why? Yes, a favorite, yes. A favorite, you are right. You are very, very right. Why would he be sleeping with a prostitute and not a virgin without a condom? Why will you say it was once and she was smelling? She was smelling, but you deposited there. She was smelling, but they gave her to you once. You also called for attention the second time, third time. She was smelling, but you are topping up the pregnancy throughout the pregnancy period. She was smelling, she was giving you style. You are collecting it. She was giving you style. She was collecting it. She was giving you head. You are money. And you said she was smelling. She was riding you. You were enjoying it. And you knew she had a boyfriend. Or she had a housemate. Or she had a bedmate. But you are still frolicking with her. And that is why I don't respect all these kings. I don't give a damn about them. Only few of them have lived a exemplary life. Especially these young kings. These political appointees. They are all political appointees. They were not chosen by any deities. They just appointed them. They don't know the royalties. They don't know the right. They have desecrated the throne. They are as powerless as nothing. And that's why you will hear kidnappers kidnap them. Kidnappers kidnap the king. Kidnappers kidnap the king. And you hear that kidnappers kill the king. Where is it done? When kings were still king. Who are you that will kidnap kings? How? Kidnap kings. A whole king. Àwọn aláṣẹ ìkejì òrìṣà. Ìwà tó fẹ́ lọ kidnap wọn. But it is because of things like this that they were not even worthy of the throne. They were just handpicked by their politicians' friends. That's why they have become so ordinary. And they cannot even defend themselves, let alone defend their own community. Such a king is this man. Because if he was not ordinary, they gave you Olosho, you slept with her once. Were you not supposed to move on? And you now made her your favorite. Sleeping with her regularly until she became pregnant. Perhaps when she became pregnant, you did not know that she had an agenda. I used to tell people, if you meet any lady and that lady tells you, anytime I use condom, it is very painful. Oh no. You know there are some ladies like that. They will tell you, I don't like protection. Just run for your dear life. Because it's going to be one of these. One, she's desperate to get pregnant for you. Or she has serious infection that she wants you to contract. Or she needs your semen to use for ritual purpose. It cannot be because she loves you. Let me tell you the truth. No, it cannot be. And for Wunmi's case now, I don't know, maybe she was the one that told the king not to use condom. Maybe the king was never used to using condom. You don't know there are some men like that too. They will tell you, condom? I can never use condom in my life. Condom for waiting. I don't like condom. Ladies, run no. If you love yourself, if you meet any man like that, I will tell you, I don't like CC condom. Just run. No, he's got sexually transmitted infections already. So he just want to spread it to you. Just run for your dear life. Just run. He say, I don't like it. I'm going to use withdrawal method. You have. Don't worry now. I'm going to use the withdrawal method. You are finished. You just meet a guy. It's not your fiancé. You are not even sure that you are getting married, and he's telling you, I cannot use condom. I like it raw. I want to use withdrawal method. Raw, no. We don't know who of the two between the king and Wunmi that opted. King is not used to raincoats. That opted for flesh to flesh. But it was evident that they had sexual intercourse more than once, and Wunmi became pregnant. Perhaps the king must have told her to go and abort it. But because she had an agenda, she knew what she wanted and she got it from the king. She refused to do so. It might have been serious tug of war between the two of them. But having known the kind of Iyale Olori that is in the palace, and what happened to that boy child of the second wife, and people have made us to understand that Olori is a no-nonsense woman. So the king must have told Wunmi that I don't want to have anything to do with your pregnancy. Thank God you have a boyfriend. Go home and sleep with your boyfriend, though, and just give that pregnancy to him. I don't want to have anything to do with this pregnancy. Don't forget, Gist Lover at a point confirm that a lady of 24 years or was 20-something years old became pregnant for this king. Gist Lover published that news that a lady became pregnant for Elegushi. Nobody knew it, that it was Wunmi at that time. But we can now see that it was Wunmi that the Gist Lover was talking about. Okay, Gladiator, everyone's auntie, thank you, you read it. That they were talking about at that time. So Wunmi got the king where she wanted it. Wunmi was playing a double game. Wunmi used the pregnancy as a potential stake in the palace. And Wunmi was also using the pregnancy as a stake in the life of Mubad. So Wunmi was dreaming big that she will use the pregnancy and the child to inherit Mubad's properties. And she also used the child to inherit Ikate's throne. You can see that Wunmi and her brain boss 60. Wunmi and her brain boss 6. They acted to be smart in that line. They wanted to eat their cake and have it. And they were playing that game along. So even Wunmi would have thought about it. Even if the king refused to take this pregnancy, at least the king will know that this child of mine belongs to him. And also, I will also use this child to take what was not supposed to be mine. But because I wanted it so badly and desperately from Mubad, I will use this child to take it from Mubad. So Wunmi was seeing win-win situation with that pregnancy. And that was why Wunmi must have kept the pregnancy, kept it safe. And Wunmi still continue her business of sleeping around. Do you know there are some women that are very wicked? There are some women that are very wicked. And there are some men that are also senseless. Let me tell you why I say so.
There's a woman that they will be pregnant. They will be pregnant for another one. And they will still be doing hookup with the pregnancy. Can you hear me right? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. But let me say it again. There's a woman. They will be doing hookup with pregnancy. I'm saying it again. Hookup with pregnancy. That another man will be giving them doggy with another man's pregnancy. Another man will be giving them cow girl. They will be doing snake in the monkey shadow with pregnancy in them. They don't care. In Yoruba land, they say, if you're a man and you have a sexual relationship with a woman that is already pregnant for another man, they say you will be poor until that pregnancy is born and the child is not able to call money. That's when you start making money. But these ladies of nowadays, they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They don't give a fucking damn. They will be pregnant, but they will still go and be doing their hookup. They don't give a damn. And some men, their lives are so useless. I don't know. It is a taboo. But that was then. These Gen Z, these useless generations of ladies, they are created in devil's image. They are devil incarnate. They don't care. They will take a pregnancy from the extramarital home and give it to the husband. The husband will be topping the pregnancy that is not his. They don't care. The husband will go poor, but they don't mind. Things will not work out for the husband, but they will not give a damn. Because it's none of their business. They don't respect custom, nothing. They are Gen Z. Small girl, big God. Small girl, big God. What is it? What do you bring to the table? We are the table. What do you have to offer? My pekus. What do you have to offer? My top. What do you have to offer? My significant style. They don't have any meaningful contribution in life. So, I was so sure when Mubad is no longer alive to even tell us this story. But two things could likely happen after Wunmi got pregnant. It was either Wunmi did not allow Mubad to top that pregnancy, to top it up, and Wunmi was regularly visiting the owner of the pregnancy and some other men. Please tap on your screen, please. They will soon start flagging it. You know, they always get to a state that they don't want to hear. And Wunmi was visiting the other men to continue to top it. Or Wunmi was allowed Mubad to top it, knowing fully well that the pregnancy did not belong to Mubad, but it was none of Wunmi's business. Although we have heard that Wunmi actually suffered Mubad sexually. She denied Mubad of her body several times. Because how would a so-called wife be leaving home 1 o'clock every night? 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning every day. You know that style of 1 o'clock, 2 a.m., that was the moment now for what we are talking about. But that was when Wunmi was leaving home. So we could even say, we could infer from that. We saw the video. Before you say, how do you know? We saw the video where Wunmi was saying, cab was waiting for me outside. Give me the key, let me go out. So we can actually simulate it that was how Wunmi was going out from that house several days, every night, and all that. So it was possible that Wunmi did not even allow Mubad to top that pregnancy up. Because there was no way Mubad would be able to do anything for that kind of lady. You could see the way she was shouting over Mubad in that video. Was that the kind of lady that Mubad will not tell that, oh yeah, come on, let us have sexual relationship? No. Mubad will not have the guts to tell her to enter the bedroom. You know, Kiss Daniel said, enter the guinea can make her, whatever. Mubad will not be able to tell Wunmi that. Because Wunmi was like the boss. So Mubad could go for months without having anything to do with Mubad sexually. So Wunmi was just deriving the sexual pleasure outside, and Mubad was dying silently. When they said Mubad was depressed, was tired, was not happy, was always keeping to himself, and then was not really happy to go home and all that, you never knew that Mubad was suffering seriously. Mubad was facing a lot of struggles from Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo. She molested and intimidated Mubad to death. She molested and intimidated Mubad to the point of death. Even the last day that Mubad spent on earth, Wunmi still intimidated Mubad. The driver has got the evidence. For those of you that will be saying, where is your evidence? I hope you all have ears and you listen to what the driver said. So Wunmi made Mubad saw hell. Hell was what Wunmi gave Mubad. The only thing that made Mubad happy was his music. So anytime you see Mubad in his music video smiling and doing all sorts, it was the only thing that made Mubad happy. Every other thing concerning Wunmi made Mubad's life a living hell. And when Wunmi wanted to give birth, don't forget, throughout the maternity period of Wunmi said she did not register for any maternity in a hospital. Wunmi did not go to any hospital. That is, Mubad did not accompany Wunmi to any hospital. That was weird, right? That was very weird. But Wunmi knew why she did that. Wunmi knew why she did that. Because Wunmi already knew that when the time came, or when the time will come for her to deliver, she will not deliver in a hospital. And she saw no need why she will be going to do maternity or going for maternity when she did not have any intention to deliver in the hospital. She knew where she was going to deliver the baby. She knew perhaps there will be royal rites, rituals that must be performed for a child from the palace. You understand? And she knew the hospital will not be a conducive place for them to carry out that royal rite and rituals. That was why she avoided the hospital. A wife of a celebrity. A wife of a celebrity is like someone saying Chioma refused to register for maternity. You understand? It's like saying Chioma. But in Wunmi's case, she refused to go to any hospital. No time. No time. Say no, she will not go. Because she knew what she was carrying. She knew whose seed Liam was. She knew what to do. What do you about Keselebo? We are more you or Lebis Hospital. It was well planned. Thank you, the little Fola baby. Let me clap for you. It was well planned. Well planned. And that was why when the boy was to be delivered, Wunmi went to a far distance village. Yes, I will call it a village. Alagbomo, Eleweomo, Awabele, to deliver a royal prince. Was that not weird? Was it not weird? It was weird to me. Just the same way it was to you. Went there to deliver Oriade. And when that boy was delivered, Mubad called his father. Wọ́n nípa àti bímọ o. I will bring the placenta for you. Baba waited before a call was put through again to say, Ìyá Wunmi has volunteered to deal with the placenta. Because they knew the placenta of Liam can never be given to another man's family. Placenta orí adé kò lè sùn ta. And they did whatever they wanted to do with the placenta. To make the matter worse, on the naming ceremony day of Liam, Baba Mubad, Iya Mubad, and their family members, they were isolated. Have you ever seen that before? The family of the father of the child, family members whose child will bear their surname, were isolated and were given a marching order not to stay for long ago, because they were not actually the true family members of the father's child. They were told to be very careful, to tread softly. Wọ́n sọ fún wọn pé ẹ jẹ́ kó rí yín pé o, ẹ mọ ìwà ara yín o. Take this cooler. Don't take any picture. Ẹ ṣọ́ ara yín. Ẹ má take picture kankan o. Ẹ má lọ máa bẹ́ o. Ẹ má lọ máa bẹ́ o. Ẹ má lọ forí fọ́gò. Take this cooler jẹ́jẹ́. Ẹ ra gba cooler yìí. Ẹ gba cooler yìí jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́jẹ́. Ẹ má agi o. Ẹ má agi rárá. Ẹ má agi o. Ẹ gba cooler yìí. Go to one room in hotel. We have paid for it for you. Go there. They did not even allow those people to eat in that house. Níbi tó lè dé. Wọ́n tẹ̀ fún wọn ní few minutes. Pé ó yá, okay, ẹ serve oúnjẹ, ẹ sáré jẹun. Ó yá, picture ẹ máa lọ. No. They did not even allow them to stay. They just marched them out. Pé, take this food, go to the hotel and go and eat your food there. You didn't have any right to participate in the naming ceremony of your grandchild, because in the real sense, it was not your grandchild. You know now, they were just like bystanders. They were uninvited guests. They were just strangers. Because they knew this child did not belong to Aloba. Mi magade wa ṣe. Ọmọ kì í ṣọmọ yín. Ọmọ kì í ṣọmọ yín. A ti gbé placenta lọ síbi tó yẹ ká gbé placenta lọ. We have taken the placenta to the right owners. Rí placenta, ẹ tún gbẹnu yín wá, ẹ tún sọ pé fẹ́ jẹun. Okay, we will not allow you to even sit down. Take this food and go away. Go and eat it in a hotel. They said he drove them out. That was a red flag. To show that something, yes. You sir. That is. Imagine, they were Ganusi Komoni. If they were the true family members of the father of that boy, of the child, there was no way they would treat them like that. There was no way in hell they would be treated in that disdainful manner. They were just like visitors there. And they sent them away. They even said when Iya Mubad and her mom visited for Omugo, you understand, to care for the newborn,
to a certain level because the mother was seen to be unfit and all that. They said they did not even allow Mubad to touch this boy. They said they did not allow Mubad and an old age mother to go near this baby at all. They said Tunde and Wunmi, they barricaded the Mubad and her mom from getting access to this baby. That was another sign to let them know that pé ṣé ẹ ti ẹ gbọ́ràn ni àní ọmọ yóò kì í ṣọmọ yín ẹ kó sì lọ. That was what they were telling them. Àbẹ́tí yín di ṣé tó di bá tiẹ̀ di sójú yín fọ́ ni. The last time you came, we told you could not stay in the house to witness the naming ceremony. We sent you away. And now you are back again for the Omugo. Are you people okay? The boy, this baby was not yours. Go away. They said they're packing again. I've never seen such before. These are the instances that confirm that this boy called Liam or Lamidi or whatever they will change his name to in the future did not have the blood of Mubad in him at all. The blood of Mubad did not flow through him. Please, let us keep tapping. Let's keep tapping, please. Thank you. God bless you. The blood of Mubad did not flow through him at all. Kò sẹ́jẹ̀ Mubad lára rárá. And as soon as Liam was born, Wunmi's confidence, Wunmi's power, Wunmi's influence increased. Because at that point, a baby boy was born into the royal palace. And that was at the point that the king now saw a future in Wunmi Sitia Adebanjo. That must have been the turning point for Wunmi Sitia Adebanjo being able to beget a male child for the king, a potential heir to the throne, a likable successor after the demise of his father. Wunmi continued to grow in confidence and she became a roaring lion. I can say that Mubad's intimidation at that point will increase in sevenfold after the birth of Liam. You know, it was a different case when you were in control of a man without having any physical thing to be in control of that man. But what you are using was emotional, spiritual, and financial means. But now, you now have a child that belongs to the palace, that belongs to number 4 in ranking in Lagos State. You know the kind of power. You know that women generally, they are power freak. Respect to all the women that are gladiators and generals. But it is in the nature of women. Women like power. Women they like what? Powers. Once they have that power, they will always want to use it. So just imagine the nature of intimidation that Mubad must have been subjected to after the birth of Liam. Knowing fully well that Liam belongs to the palace and palace does not have any male child. Do you imagine? Do you imagine that confidence? Do you imagine that pseudo authority that Wunmi felt at that point? Èmi ni mo bí àròlé, èmi nìkan ni mo bí àròlé, ọba lọ́la. Mubad must have suffered double portion of intimidations, or 7 portions of intimidations after the birth of Liam. And shortly after Liam was born, the plan to finish him off became heightened. The plan became solidified. The blueprint of that plan to finish Mubad off came into existence. They know that Mubad is a singer. They know Mubad will always reflect his sovereign in his music. They know it will be difficult to shut Mubad up without finishing him up. And they must have been planning on how to send him to the world beyond. Because their secret will not be kept a secret for long. I keep telling people, the reason why Sam Larry was beating Mubad up and down was nothing but to show a supremacy and to let Mubad know that ẹni tó juni ló lè juni no. In case Mubad get to know that Liam was from the palace, they were intimidating him in advance, telling him that anything could happen to you. Please tap on your screen. Tap on your screen. The gladiator and generals. I know you are enjoying the analysis. They were beating. Thank you very much, Gladiator Lara. They were beating him seriously, trying to show him Awala Leko. Don't forget that at every point that they were beating Mubad, they were telling Mubad, we are from the palace. We are from the side Elegushi. Elegushi longa wanishe. Elegushi longa wanishe. Kò sí nǹkan tó lè fi wá ṣe o. Àtọ̀dọ̀ba láti wá. They were telling him categorically. Bí àtọ̀ba ni Elegushi lélẹ́yìí. Àwa ni ọba longa wanishe. A máa nẹ́pa ni. A máa pa ni. They were threatening him that they will kill him. So, we're missing the Adebanjo. Mommy Leoluwa, please, unmute Fola baby, please. Unmute Fola baby. Don't mute her. Unmute Fola baby. She's one of our own. Gladiator Mommy Leoluwa, please. So they were threatening him, they were telling him, so Wunmi was dealing with Mubad. We did the confinement of their house. The Elegushi and his boys, they were also dealing with Mubad outside. None of them was giving Mubad peace of mind. At a point, Mubad would be like, Kilo Shegan, She on Shayewani, Ìyàwó jẹ́ kó sinmi nínú ilé. Unmute Fola baby, please, Gladiator Mommy Leoluwa. Ìyàwó jẹ́ kó sinmi nínú ilé. Àwọn Elegushi and co, wọn jẹ́ kó náà sinmi níta. They were intimidating the boy. When they said Mubad wanted to jump from the window, it was what Mubad was passing through. It was Wunmi and Elegushi and Sam Larry and Obele and all of them that drove Mubad into that desperate condition that she wanted to take his life. It was nothing else. Wunmi was sleeping around. Wunmi was fighting him, intimidating him. If a man does not have a rest at home, at least the man will want to step out and get fresh air, relax, play. But even outside, Elegushi boys were already waiting for Mubad. So Mubad did not even have a way out. Mubad did not have a way out. They did not give him a resting face. Ogunile, Ogunita, Oni Mubad di Bakiri. One frustrated gidi. Wunmi and our boys, because I will refer to Sam Larry as Wunmi's boys.